Deal with a complete game, Abby with 3 RBI, 7-2 win. Coach, and start with an opening statement, please.
Yeah, first just, man, to see KD step up the way she did was so huge for our team, our pitching staff. It's fun to watch her. It's hard sometimes, well, it's hard to get in a zone, and when you see somebody in a zone, it's really kind of awesome to watch, and you could see her in that place. And that's the great news. Once you know how to get there, you'll get back there. So I'm really excited for that. Loved the fans. And I thought after the rain and the time change, I'm thinking maybe half full. I didn't expect what we had today, which was bigger and as bright as they were yesterday. It was such a party, it seemed like. But the momentum just kept coming to us, and we were running with it. And then see Abby just clutch up. I know she's been waiting for those big moments to happen, and it's hard to read her because she can lay down bunch, she can slap, but, I mean, she was just finding great spots for us to get these RBIs. So it was just, I felt just an absolute team win tonight.
Mason.
Kierston, just what was working for you so well that you were able to keep them off balance for the majority of the game?
I mean, really just mixing speeds and just keeping them off balance was the biggest thing, kind of not staying in the same area at the same time, kind of just mixing up their bats and everything like that. So.
How much did your confidence even grow when you saw some of the plays your defense was making? Like Sid had the 3-6-3.
Oh, yeah. Those plays like that get you so fired up as a pitcher because all you want to do is feed them ground balls so they can make double plays. So it's so amazing. You pitch so free knowing that you have a defense like that playing behind you.
Chop, and then we'll go down to Ava.
Kierston, Patty just talked about you kind of being in that. So did you feel that? And if so, when did you kind of recognize, oh, I'm like on it tonight?
I would say it kind of started before I even warmed up. We had a really good film session, and just Coach Rocha made me feel so prepared for this game and just trusting my pitches and trusting my defense and our hitters. And so I could feel it kind of before the game even started, and so just being able to stay in that kind of rhythm in that zone, it really helps a lot.
Was any element of that just, this is a team you've prepared for a couple of years and a lot of similar hitters, so the prep is, kind of been there?
Yeah, I mean, I think it gets harder each year, obviously, because they're seeing me more and more, but I think it's been really cool to be able to see what Sam did yesterday and to be able to feed off that was really nice.
And then, Patty, sort of along those lines, Kierston, a lot of weak contact, a lot of fly balls on the infield tonight. What was it that made her the right pick for this game, and just what is it about her that allowed her to do what she did tonight?
Experience was she's the right choice for that. Lefty, right choice for that. Just waiting patiently for a big opportunity. She did the same thing to Tennessee, if you guys remember how good she was there. So we've been there, we've done that. I just really wanted to see, we all wanted to see her on the mound tonight and see what it looked like. And, I mean, it was tremendous. And they're again, I can't overstate what a good hitting team they are. They're all tough outs. Lefties, slappers, they've got speed, they got power, they got a little bit of everything. So to shut them down the way she did through 7 was huge for all of us.
And then on the other side, you talked last night about some opportunities that maybe got by, especially with 2 outs today. I think 5 hits with 2 outs. Just how important was that to be able to scratch those across?
Very important. You've got to keep scoring against Texas because they can show you that they can catch you very quickly. So it was, like I said, Abby. It was Nellie's on fire right now. I think that was one of the furthest bombs from Ella Parker that I've ever seen, and that kind of started to ignite. But we have been doing a really good job of attacking the zone early, like really trying to get our swings off early in the counts. It seems like we're finding better pitches that way than playing on the defense with 2 strikes. So I like the approach today. Gutierrez is very tough. She spins the ball like crazy, and it's hard to track down her speed. It looks like it might be coming faster than it is, but to knock her out of the game was just a big victory for us because she is that good.
Jesse.
Abby, for you specifically, what was just working for you at the plate? And then as Coach kind of talked about, some of those clutch hits at the end of frames, how big was that for you guys?
Yeah, I think it was just allowing myself to work for my team. They've been picking me up the last few games, and so being able to produce for them was really big. I mean, Katie's on the mound pitching a great game, so how do you not come up clutch for her? Just knowing the person behind me, passing the bat, and that was something that was big today. It was just pass the bat. It was on our grip. We were reading it on the bat. Like, every single time we got to the plate, it was just next person. Give it to the next person.
How big is this? I mean, I know you got another game tomorrow, but 20 hits through these first 2 games for the offense as a whole. Just how big has this been to have this kind of momentum just for you guys?
Like Coach said, we're just attacking the zone early. That's something we've been working on. So being able to just take pitchers out early in the game, seeing all their pitchers, that was huge, especially in the first game. So now we've seen all their pitchers going into the last game and just being able to produce through that. So, yeah.
How important is it? You guys are feeding off each other. You're talking to each other. How important is that, and especially against a staff like Texas?
It's important. It's important to be able to see what the person's doing in front of you and being able to come into the dugout. Today I feel like we did a lot of good jobs. Even on our outs, we were able to have hard hits, so it was tough for the defense to even be able to get their outs. And I think that's been something we've been working on. And so just being able to feed each other with good at-bats has been really helpful. But we keep working together, and you can see it's different on the field.
Patty, you guys seem to be so confident at the plate now. I don't know what the reality is, but you're just, every at-bat, everybody seems like they're really confident something's good going to happen.
I feel like we're starting to, we haven't peaked. We're climbing still. We're climbing for the right at the right time, I would say. So I feel really good about this performance, and the way they're all coming together. They're having fun. They're confident. One of the highlights for me, although game was kind of getting in the late innings, was Tia Malloy.
Yeah.
She has been struggling to get an opportunity where she can really kind of, and in front of a big crowd like that is what we are looking for. So it's giving opportunities for some young ones to feel this. I think we were all really excited for that as well. Just those little things mean a lot to this team.
Sam, AUSL.
Coach, going back to pregame, that moment for Sam Landry getting the golden ticket, I looked over at you and you had a big grin on your face. What was going through your mind seeing another Sooner get that punch to play at the pro level?
I gotta tell you, it's the coolest thing. And we've been kind of watching it on social media, and you could see the excitement and from the team, but also the athlete. Sam Landry came here, just kind of an unassuming pitcher. Let me see how I can help the Sooners. She has become an ace and been really good and worked really well. But these guys work all together. These pitching staff, they all root for each other. But to see a dream come true for her, that's what this was. It was like Willy Wonka or some like, hey, I'm going to give you this golden ticket and you get to go to the chocolate factory and have all your candy dreams come true. But I looked up at Sam's mom in the stands and just extremely emotional, her and her father. So it meant a lot. And I think Jessica Mendoza was crying before everybody else. So then the whole team is crying, and I'm like, we got to stop, let's go. Wipe those tears, we all were, including me, just watching. It was a big moment in front of our fans, and the fans were excited about it. It's really cool. I love what AUSL is doing with this, and bringing in a lot of media traction for it, too, has been really amazing.
Maybe one more. Coach, you've coached and developed a lot of players who have had not just the opportunity to play pro, but lengthy, long careers at the pro level. What is Sam Landry's it factor?
Quietly gritty, unafraid, just hardworking, and she'll give you everything. She'll empty the tank for anybody she's playing for, and that's what she's done for us.
James.
Coach, you kind of mentioned it yesterday that you would just love to score 1 or 2 runs every inning, and you all did that in the last 4 innings of this game. How big was it for you all, and how big is that a momentum for you to go on to the next game?
Yeah.
Say
It feels really good tonight to take this hopefully into tomorrow. Let's play quickly. I don't want to wait till 6:30. I don't want it to rub off of us yet. It went throughout the entire lineup. I think everybody was contributing in some way, shape, or form, and if not, they were doing it on defense. So, like I said, the Sooners are normally finding their best late in the season, and right now to be able to do what we're doing against Texas is a big deal to us and taking us forward into the SEC. And we've got another very tough weekend away next weekend that I don't even want to talk about right now. But if we can leave this here at this stadium until we come back for postseason, we want the fans to stay hungry and stay with us. But it's been some really fun softball these last 2 days.
Patty, you mentioned the fans, but how important just to get this game in tonight? Were you worried that it wasn't, and how grateful? You don't have to do the doubleheader deal.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that, because I should have started off thanking our grounds crew, because they've been here since early hours and pushing water, tarping, untarping, tarping again, putting a blower in the roll of the tarp to try to dry the dirt. I mean, they have been absolutely amazing, and our staff has helped as well. So it's manpower, but it's a pride of Oklahoma softball that they want to do it right, and they did. And the fact that we played on this field tonight, and it was great conditions as well. The only thing that didn't work, and they probably didn't like it, was the visitors' bullpen was a mess. So the Sooners and the Longhorns were in the bullpen together on the home side, and I don't know how that went. Was it okay?
I don't know. I wasn't in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. But their bullpen catchers had to come over, and you could see them walking by our dugout. So it was kind of, but we talked about it before, and that's the only thing that we could do. And they wanted to be outside, not in the indoor. So it's a rivalry, yes, but we're coaches, and we do what's right for the athletes and the sport. So it was fine.
One more.
Yeah, Patty, I was just going to ask you about.
Are you going to type this answer?
Sure.
Okay.
I was going to ask you about Alana's base running there on Abby's double. I think you were holding her.
Yeah, so let me tell you about this. So here's what happened. So she was running really fast, and I'm like, I've been waiting forever to set you up on this, and you're still doing it.
Everything you're saying.
I didn't talk fast enough. Okay, sorry. These guys have been in it. We've been waiting for you to bring your laptop.
I was wondering what was going on
booby-trapped
last
me.
night.
Okay.
He's been terrified.
Yeah, pretty much.
She was rounding third, and she's so fast, and I'm seeing what's coming, and I'm trying to stop her, and her head, she wasn't even looking. So I think I was kind of skipping along towards home plate and kind of kicking my foot up to hope that she was safe, because I would have been miserable if it wasn't. That was a big moment in the game. Great momentum, good slide, close play, but thankfully, I mean, when things like that work out for you, then momentum can really start taking off. Dang it. You're good. You're very good.
Thank you, guys.